Hi, it's Jeffrey Smith, founder of IRT. Let's talk about the science behind GMOs, in particular, the science of the dangers. Now, I've been compiling those dangers, and it changes each year because there's more and more evidence. And I would have to say that there's now pretty much overwhelming evidence that GMOs are so dangerous and high risk, they should never have been introduced into the food supply. But you won't hear that statement by companies like Bayer that bought Monsanto. They're going to say, oh, GMOs are completely safe. Take a look at the cover-up section to find out why and how they continue to make those statements in light of all of this evidence. Now, one of the areas where I put together the evidence in a scientific way is an article that I published. It was peer-reviewed by the International Journal of Human Nutrition and Functional Medicine. And in it, I explained why GMOs and Roundup and Bt toxin might have caused such dramatic changes in the people that reported getting better when they switched to non-GMO and organic diets. The survey itself is not as strong with science as the nearly 200 citations that I use in the article that explain the links. Now, some of those come from a great book called GMO Myths and Truths. And the three authors of that have put together, when it was published, the up-to-date animal feeding studies showing severe and significant changes in animals that were force-fed the GMOs. So I'm going to share with you an excerpt of the bullet points from that. And these were each peer-reviewed published studies or possibly industry studies that were made available but not yet peer-reviewed. Maybe they're not good enough to be peer-reviewed because a lot of industry studies are not that great. Read about that in the cover-up section. So here are some of the things that the animal feeding studies have found. Severe organ damage and increased rates of large tumors and mortality, altered blood biochemistry, multiple organ damage, potential effects on male fertility, stomach lesions and unexplained mortality, immune responses and allergic reactions, immune disturbances, enlarged lymph nodes and immune disturbances. These are each different studies, so you get an overlap. Disturbed liver, pancreas, and testes function, liver aging, disturbed enzyme functioning in kidney and heart, higher density of the uterus, the lining of the uterus, severe stomach inflammation, heavier uteri, liver and kidney toxicity, changes in the level of fats and bloods and signs of liver. It goes on, pancreas, liver. I think I'll just spare you the rest. But trust me, there's a lot of evidence out there, and it's not quoted by the biotech industry. And it turns out that many of these are clearly shown as statistically significant when you compare the experimental group that's fed GMOs with the group that's fed non-GMOs. Now, I do recommend looking at the cover-up section to find out how it is that the biotech industry is able to rig their research to avoid finding problems and to cover up these dangers or try and explain them away. But independent scientists who've looked at it agree that there's plenty of evidence that say it's not a smoking gun, it's a smoking shotgun, where the compilation of the evidence is sufficient to raise a major red flag. This stuff is dangerous and should not be eaten. Safe eating.